Down in the dumps, supersizing your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And today's idiom, today's expression, to kind of coincide with this year's Get Your Goals Annual Challenge. And our topic this month is spirituality, spiritual well-being. And what impact does that have on different areas and aspects of our life, especially with respect to our goals and goal setting, because this year's challenge is all about goals. So to me, goals have a lot to do with business and life. And this idiom, our topic today is, what story are we telling ourselves, our current and desired story, as we're applying the SOAP framework to a particular spiritual goal that we have. So I picked one that's kind of, getting over things that didn't work out necessarily the way we wanted them to, or that we considered bad at the time. And I shared 15 different or plus spiritual type goals you could have to improve your life right now. And I actually picked one of those. Instead of coming up with my own, I found one that felt right to me, and I'm like, there's stuff going on in my life right now that seems appropriate, so I picked that. But down in the dumps, actually, we know it means melancholy or low spirits, and it is derived from Dumpos, and I may be pronouncing his name wrong, but he was a king of Egypt who actually died of melancholy. Or it may have come from the 18th century by a gentleman by the name of John Gay, who wrote a fancy phrase or something book called The Dictionary of Vulgar Tongues in 1785. So it could have come from that as well. It actually appeared in that writing, but it was probably popular and used much, much earlier than that. By the time things appear in writing, they've usually been around for maybe even hundreds of years. So my question for you is, as you're building and growing and supersizing your business, do you ever feel a little bit down, a little bit depressed, a little bit dejected or rejected, or downcast or sad or low or disappointed? Any of those things. There's like 826 different synonyms for down in the dumps, which is a lot. I think it's fascinating that anything negative, there are literally hundreds of synonyms for. Anything positive, there's like a handful, maybe 10, but usually like 5 or less synonyms for. I find that fascinating reflection on our society. But what do you do when you're down in the dumps? I want to share a couple of things. I don't just want to say, hey, do you get down when you're building your business? Because I guarantee we all do. We have good days and bad days, highs and lows, ups and downs. And sometimes we're like, geez, is it all worth it? And I will contest that no matter how bad or what happens, it's always worth following your dream and going after what you want, especially if it's making the world a better place by building a business that can help people solve problems, etc. So what do I do? What have I done in the past when something's gone wrong? Well, usually I will, nowadays you've got the internet, so you can research and you can say, what can I do about this situation? But I would look back before there was the internet to mentors and coaches and masterminds to help me do a better job at what it was I was trying to do, or to learn faster, or to implement faster, etc. So coaches, mentors, masterminds, great sources of keeping us up when things go down. I meditate, I do other personal development work and practices, and I think that I didn't say this, I didn't coin this, but I don't remember, some guru said, having your own business, running your own business is the biggest personal development project that you'll ever undergo that you didn't know you wanted to or were going to be required to undergo. Most people don't realize how much we have to grow and change in order to grow and supersize our business. Do things that feel good to you. Make sure you take some time off and breaks from work. I was terrible in my 30s and 40s about taking time off or ever taking a break. Between raising a family, having a business, working in corporate America, I was running all the time, and it wasn't necessarily good for me. And I probably would have gotten better results if I had taken more breaks and more time off. Revisit your why or your whys. There's an exercise I teach, learned it from Dean Graziosi, called the 7 Whys, and it is incredibly powerful in tapping into your real root cause reason for wanting to do something. This applies to different areas of our life, but especially to building and growing and supersizing our business. And finally, collaborate with positive people, positive, like-minded people that will move your business and you in the direction that you want to go. Remember, we don't have to do everything ourselves. Ask for help, collaborate with people, team up to create the things that you want, especially if you're feeling down in the dumps or you're losing your energy about something. So I'd love to know your best way for dealing with being down in the dumps, or recovering quickly after a challenge, share those in the comments below so we can learn from one another. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.